Yo, what's going on, everybody? Los here, coming back at you with another video. And this is going to be a look back video at my top 10 pickups of 2023. No. Top 15 pickups of 2023? No. Uh, oh, what the hell? Just my top pickups of 2023. So if you want to know what it was, what they were, you know what to do. Hop on that train, take a journey with me. All right, so we're back, and like I said, these are just the pickups or my top pickups that I got from 2023. They're in no particular order, just because they were just all over the place, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, this is my best one. It's like I feel like these were just my best pickups from all over, right? Whether it was eBay, whatnot, Macari, flea markets, antique shops, anything like that, right? Anywhere I found a book, this is where it's going to be at, right? So, without further ado, let's try to condense this and make it a little quicker. So first, I'm going to go through the books that I was able to actually pick up at my LCS. That's Entertainment here in Worcester. So the first one that I was able to pick up was Vengeance #1, and if anybody remembers when America Chavez was going to be in the movies and everything stuff like that, the speculation of this book, the prices were like astronomical, and obviously I waited. Now it came back down, and again, it's one of the books that I was trying to pick up because it is another minority character or character of color that I've been trying to pick up a lot more of those recently. So I was happy to get this at a nice discounted rate. So I always wait until they have a sale. So that's when I picked it up. Another book that I picked up from my LCS is Miss Marvel #18, and this is first full appearance of Mystique. And again, picked this up when it was on sale. So they always have like a 20% off sale, and that's usually when I go and pick up some of the wall books. And the last book that I picked up at my LCS, actually a bigger book anyway. I do pick up other books there, but some of the bigger books, wall books. And this is another book that I've been waiting on for a while. It's not a 9.8 by any means, but I didn't pay 9.8 money for it, and it's a book that I needed to finish this particular like tiny run, and it is Amazing Spider-Man 601. And it's the J. Scott Campbell cover, the controversial cover of, how Mary Jane looks and blah, blah. It's a cover that I always wanted. I have the other ones in that, 601, 602, 607, that little run. It's the only one I didn't have because the prices were just a little crazy. When the controversy happened, they actually spiked a little more, and I was like, I don't think so. So my store had it. They had it for a decent price, and I even waited when they had a sale. Came out even more. So definitely happy to have that. So thanks a lot. That's Entertainment. And let's move on to some of the books that I found at antique shops, right? So I like to do a lot of antique places, a lot of flea markets, and happen to find this one in a back issue bin for $2. Obviously, it's one of those books where you kind of have to know what it is, and it is Marvel Heroes, and I believe it is Marvel Superheroes Fall of 1992. And significance of this, it is the first appearance of Rogue in continuity, I guess. It comes out before like Avengers Annual 10, but thought it was a nice sleeper pick, and it was actually in decent condition. So for $2, definitely happy to snag that. Like I said, I love finding things in the wild that you can get for pretty cheap. Next was another antique pickup, and this was another book. Looking for this for a while. I love this cover. It's just a great Audie Granoff cover, and it is Infinity Gauntlet #1, and just a gorgeous cover of female Nova. Forgot her name at the top of my head. I'll probably list it somewhere here. But yeah, just an awesome cover, and happy to find this in, of all places, an antique place that had a bunch of comics, and I think I found it for $10 to $15, something like that. So happy to have that. And as you can see, I'm showing my raw books first. I do have some slabs, and I'll get to those later. My next pickup is one of my later pickups in the year. It's like right, almost at the very end of the year, and these two books are from Macari, actually. And so this one right here is Black Panther #2, and this is the first appearance of Shuri. And this was another one that the prices have come down significant after the movie, finished and the smoke and everything died down. And I was able to pick this up with a coupon that they gave me from Macari for $19.99 shipped. So yeah, so with the prices dropping like crazy, I was definitely happy to pick that up. And again, it fits my motif of picking up characters of color. Next, I was able to pick up another good book, good grade. I think it just needs a quick press, but overall it looks pretty good. And that is The Bride of Venom #3, and is the first appearance of the female Venom. And again, I will list her name here. But yeah, another book that I was looking for a while, and prices came down, and I offered the person on Macari, even less than what they had it listed for. They accepted it, and so I got this one for, I don't know, less than $40, $30 something with shipping. So definitely happy to have that. These next ones are eBay finds, and you can find some deals on eBay. You just have to wait for the books that you're looking for. You can make deals with people even if they don't have it listed as a buy now best offer. You can always email somebody and be like, hey, would you be willing to accept this? Sometimes they'll shoot you an offer right there through the email. If not, you just wait on something, maybe win some auctions and stuff like that. And the first one is All New Wolverine #2. This is the first appearance of Honey Badger, but this is the second print. So a little tougher to find. I do have the first print, but now I have the second print, and there is I believe a 1 in 25. That's a little that's the pricier book. I've been looking for that, but that's probably gonna book that's gonna have to wait for a little bit. Next is Ironheart #1, but it is an amazing Stephanie Hans variant. So was waiting for this one for a while because it spiked a little bit with the Ironheart appearing in the Black Panther, stuff like that. All her books were kind of spiking, so I waited and finally got this one. So definitely happy to have that one in the PC because I think Stephanie Hans is a underrated artist that a lot of people don't give enough credit for. I love her work. Next, another book that kind of plummeted in price, and that is Marvel Now .1, or All New Marvel Now .1 #1, and it is the first appearance of Kamala Khan as Ms. Marvel. So definitely happy to have this one. And again, prices dropped significantly after the show, and was able to get this for under $40. So happy to have that one. Next was another. This is basically a cover buy. Love this cover. Was always looking for it. Couldn't find it in the wild, but somebody had it on eBay for ridiculous low price, like a third of what everybody else was charging for this thing. And it's in decent condition. It could use a press. Is it a 9.8? No, but again, I didn't pay 9.8 prices. And it's just an amazing Alex Garner cover, and that is Wonder Woman 614. And this is the 1 in 10 variant. So Alex Garner did a series of these. So in the 600 range, when Wonder Woman was at the end of her run in that series, I believe it started like 601 or 602 or something like that, all the way to like 615 or something. They all have 1 in 10 ratio variants, and he did all those ratio variants, but they don't actually have them listed as a variant, right? So if you look through your back issue bins and stuff like that, sometimes people miss these, right? Because they don't know that it's a 1 in 10 ratio. So definitely be on the lookout for those. So happy to have that one in the PC. And next, another book that kind of came down, but it started going up a little bit because of the news with the Madam Web movie and stuff like that. But I bought this before the hype, or before the hype started going up and the prices were dropping. And I think I got a pretty good copy. It has a little bit of color rub down the bottom, but other than that, spine looks pretty good. Again, it can still use a press. And this is Marvel Spotlight #32, first appearance of Spider-Woman Jessica Drew. So happy to have this one in the PC. Just a great book to have, nice Bronze Age book. And yeah, this one, the story behind this one was shipped to me with no board, just a bag. And I want to say it was in a bubble mail or something like that, and that it still got to me pretty safe. Or maybe it was in a Gemini mailer, but there was no board and it wasn't taped, and it was just like floating around in there. I don't know, eBay. And I always, anytime I win something on eBay, I always write a message saying, hey, can you pack the book well? Can you do this or whatever, just so that they know that, hey, can you package it so that the post office doesn't crush it or whatever, because a lot of times the post office will just toss your shit and you never know. So it's difficult, but it is what it is. Another eBay pickup. This was probably my biggest purchase of the year. Got it at a good price. There is some damage to it. It's not an extremely high grade. It does present well, but there is a chunk taken out of the cover. You know, maybe after clean and press, maybe it's a 3, 253 or something like that. But it's a character that I always wanted, and finally got it at a decent price. And that is Hawkman #4, and the first appearance of Zatanna. And yeah, again, just a great book to have. You see right here, there's a little that chunk taken out right there, which kind of sucks. But again, it was a decent price. I don't think I overpaid for it. Could potentially, clean and press, maybe submit it. If it comes back a certain grade, maybe I can flip it to buy a better copy of it. But we'll see. But I'm just happy to have it in the PC. Like I said, it presents well, and think it's just a cool character that has been becoming a little more mainstream as of late. She's still kind of a little more underground, but we'll see. And so those are my raw pickups from eBay. Now I'm gonna get to some convention pickups, I guess, if you will, right? So I did manage to go to C2E2 this year, which was the bigger convention I went to. Went to a couple other like smaller ones, but it didn't really pick up like grand books there. But these were the books that I was able to pick up at C2E2. So the first one was actually via a trade with Jimmy the Geek Aficionado. So there was a book that I had for sale, and he was like, hey, are you willing to trade? What books are you looking for? I was like, hey, well, I'm looking for the Zatanna cover, them legs cover. And he happened to have a copy, and I was like, yeah, I'm willing to trade this book. I had multiple copies of it, so for me it wasn't that bad. And it is this one right here, Zatanna 16, great Adam Hughes cover. And yeah, it was a book that I always wanted. The prices were always really high on it. They started spiking again, and he had a nice high grade copy, and I traded a book that I had multiple copies of. So for me, it was a win-win, right? So definitely happy to add that to the PC. And another book that I was looking for a long time. For me, I feel like this is a hard to find variant cover. I like to find some of those, especially in the wild. And when I came across this, I literally only had to see the top part of the book, and I knew exactly what it was. And this is a back issue bin that I found, I think, for like $4.50. And it is X-Men #19. And it is an awesome homage cover to FF1. And this is a book that I've been looking for a long time. If you go on eBay, you go anywhere, there's like none listed. It's extremely hard to find. I believe it's like a 1 in 50. And I want to say this was like one of those like 50th anniversary covers. But I saw it, immediately scooped it up. It does have like a little bit of wear on the cover and stuff. It's going to need a press for sure. Again, is it a 9.8? No, but I found it for $4.50, and I found it in a back issue bin, so definitely happy to scoop that up. And the last big book that I picked up that year, and again, thanks to Jimmy for helping me like facilitate this trade, right? He knew a vendor there that he kind of worked with, and I had some books for trade, and I wanted to trade them for a bigger book, right? And again, my whole motif of picking up characters of color and their first appearances, I wanted to pick up a bigger book, and he just happened to be like, hey, I think there's a book that you might want to take a look at, and the guy might be willing to work with you. So the book in question is this guy right here. So FF52, and that is the first appearance of Black Panther. Nice, 5.0, nice mid-grade copy. Again, I think it looks well, it presents well, and for such a big character like this, such a monumental character, the first black hero in Marvel, I felt like it was a no-brainer of a trade. The books that I traded, the significance of those, I feel like paled in comparison to this. So I was definitely happy to trade for that. And they even threw in a kicker book as well. I traded 3 books for this. I think it was like Savage She-Hulk #1 at a 9.8. Someone's Killing Children #3, the variant cover 9.8, and I think NYX4 a 9.8. Which again, I have NYX3, which is the first appearance, but those three books I think paled in comparison to this. As far as the significance of those of this book goes, and they also threw in a kicker, which was I believe Teen Titans 12, the first Batman Who Laughs. It was a 9.6, so I was like, yeah, I'll take that as a kicker as well. So thank you, Jimmy, for helping me with that trade. And now on to the slabs that I was able to pick up this year. So one of the slabs that I got was from Whatnot, and it was actually from sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Oh my god, I'll put it here because I'm pretty I'm just drawing a blank right now. It'll come to me as I'm doing this. But I bought this on Whatnot, and it looked great. I knew I was going to C2E2, and definitely wanted to get it signed by Jenny Frison, and it came back as a 9.8, and it's Astonishing Ant-Man #10, and this is just a gorgeous Jenny Frison variant cover, and was able to get it signed and come back at 9.8, so that was awesome. All right, and the next one, this was a book that, you know, there's an American version of it. This is the German version of it, right, which is about 3 times less the cost of the American version, and the artwork almost exactly identical. There's just one little detail that's missing, so it is Harley Quinn Special #1, and this is the Adam Hughes cover. So this is the German Panini loot chest variant, and the American version, DC didn't want Adam Hughes to draw her without underwear. They wanted the underwear, so the American version has underwear. The German version does not. So I thought this was pretty cool because this is his original vision that he wanted. He submitted this 3 times to DC, and they rejected him every single time. He was there, so I got Adam Hughes to sign it. I also got Jimmy Palmiotti, to sign this. And then I also got Amanda Connor. And as you can see there, she drew a nice little like tattoo style. I was the first person in line to get a book signed, and she was like, "Hey, since you're the first person, I'm gonna do like a nice little like remark tattoo." So I thought that was awesome. So thank you. And it came back a nice 9.8. I was happy with that one. And another book that I was able to get at this convention. It was a smaller. So this book I got at a smaller convention here in Massachusetts. I think it was like Wicked Comic Con. So they had a lot of artists for a small con, which was awesome. And the other artist that was there, it was another book that I picked up this year, was X-Men 522, another book that I've been trying to pick up for a while. Found a nice copy on eBay, and Mark Brooks was there. And this is almost the first time that I got like an actual remark on a book. And I was like, if I'm going to get anything, it's going to be from Mark Brooks. So he put this awesome remark right here of Kitty Pryde, and then he's just signed it right there. Came back in 9.8. CGC was not on hand, but Captured Collectibles was. And this book actually had quite a bit of like little tiny ticks on the side, which I don't know where they came from, but they pressed it, or they sent it out to a press or whatever, and they got them all out. Came back in 9.8, so definitely happy for that. If not, that thing would have came back like a 9.0 or something like that. So thank you guys for that. Next pickup that I got from eBay, Slabbed, was another book that kind of dropped in price. I was waiting for it. The grade, I don't really care. The book looks good. Is there a chance that I crack this out? Maybe, maybe not. There's some color rub in the back, so I can see why it's the grade it is. And that is Amazing Fantasy 15, and this is from Volume 2, and it's the first appearance of Amadeus Cho. It's a 9.4 because there's like some tiny color rub back here. Could I press it and potentially get a 9.6? Maybe, but again, at this point, I don't really care. I'm just happy to have this person's first appearance. And again, person of color, so I've been trying to snag those, and for what I paid for it, I'm happy. And the last, pickup of the year, my last, book of the year, was a recent book that I just got for Christmas as an AOK from my friend Brandon at Mon Comics. and he gifted me this book right here. So it is Daredevil 131. First appearance of Bullseye. This was a gift, a Christmas gift basically that he gave me. He heard of one of the videos that I did where I sold my whole collection when I moved here and I needed some funds, so I basically sold my whole collection. This was one of the books that was in it. I never pursued it really. I mean, I had some other books and I wanted to get it, but then kind of fell by the wayside. So he was generous enough to gift me this book. So again, this had to be on my top list of books that I got or received this year. And those are the books. So hopefully you guys enjoyed all the books. Let me know what was your favorite down in the comments below. And hopefully I can bring you guys some more content in the new year. And we'll see how it goes, right? And so until next time, talk to you guys later. Peace.